I so this just happened. Look, so
Mhm. I guess it's gonna be the welcome to the Powerball Wrist Show. Yeah, we gonna run this shit my way. We smoking weed and everything on here. Man. The boss is gone. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about tonight, folks. We're gonna talk about punk rock bitches. Yeah, you heard me. Punk rock bitches. Yeah, we just gonna we just not gonna play with them today.
Oh, I did a
And what I got?
PBR. I did a
Oh,
PBR.
oh shit, man! I was getting ready to go too short on them, boy.
Yeah, what's good? What's good? What's good, PB? What's good? It's your boy Black. E.B.H. Black with co-host Powerball Rich. What's good, buddy?
What's popping? What's popping? What's good though? You already know.
Yeah, man.
Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, feel
A
me
lot of
the
this today. A lot of people reminisce. You
right.
heard me.
Right. That was that freestyle by J. Cole. I haven't heard his album yet, but I hear a lot of people liking it. Of course, I expected that. And so I'll listen to it once the hype go down. I ain't even listened to the one he got with Lil Baby yet. Go on and share this to people. Go on and share this, y'all. Go on and share this. I'm about to share this to your
Uh,
page right now, PB.
I don't, I don't, I don't listen to none of those guys. This dude over here, this guy over here,
Don't even start.
he listens to the little babies and the.
That's it.
Oh, okay. He fuck with Atlanta. I don't fuck with them.
No, I fuck with Lil Baby. Let's keep it.
I,
Let's keep it. Let's keep it.
I'm only,
Keep
I'm
on here.
only. It's only two regions I'm in right now. The Illinois, Chicago, Illinois region, and that's particularly Woodline area. You feel me? 051, Yummy. You know what I'm saying? EBTSTL, Gyro City. You know, you feel me? Woodline. And then, I'm a West Coast Bay Area. You already know.
Real
Vibes.
Richmond.
Real Richmond, real
Like I'm
Oakland,
real town business.
real EPA, real Menlo, real Vallejo, all the shit. Shout out to Pittsburgh. You feel me? Shout out to Amanda. But she out there in Pittsburgh. You feel me? Shout out to Corinne out there. She from Frisco. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what's good. What's good. All right. Let's get on the topic. So, oh yeah, I'm trying to share it. You guys share it. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a couple of likes too while we at it too? Because that's what's gonna get us in that algorithm, that AG working right. If y'all give us those likes to go with those views, you feel me? So let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Hold on, let me see. I got this part. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So here we go. Let's see who in here. Okay, we got some people in here. Let's get it started. So, man, we was talking like we always do. Like we always do. We was talking about a couple things. First thing is, why are relationships so easy to break? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because you got
uh,
sensitive,
let me let me
goofy.
let me let me frame it. Let me frame it. Let me frame
I'm ready to go in on that. Go ahead, though, boss.
let me frame it. So, why are relationships so easy to break? Why people end up in heartbreak hotels so often? Like, why don't relationships last as long as they used to? Why do people have the skills to maintain a relationship? PBR. Why are they so easy to break? Wait. I got you, Brody.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
In my opinion, like my Cuddy Mac Mall say from the Crest side, North Vallejo,
3C down.
3 seat down. Man, it's a lot of sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Awkward, weird people out there, man, behind the internet. Did you know if there was no internet, it'd be a lot of more relationships, a lot more. You feel me? I just feel that I just feel like that plays a part. I'm like old school. I grew up in the streets, brother. You feel me? So I don't be really tripping off the goofy shit that happened on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to even let nothing on the internet affect you in real life. That's my logic and that's my philosophy. There's nothing I can unless you post a nude of yourself and we talking or whatever. You post just a pure nude. I mean, no underwear on, tits out, shaved, cooter showing, and everything. That might affect me. It depends on how I feel that day. It might not. I might be like, damn, man, why you show everybody my shit? But now it's all good. You feel
If
me?
the suns is out, the buns is out.
Yeah, dig. But now I just like, I think the sensitivity level needs to be brought down to the ground. You feel me? Like people got their shit high right now, my nigga. Like as high as I am off these runs. You feel me? So come on, people, turn that sensitivity level down, man, about that internet, cause you hell like I say, you hella goofy if you let something on the web life destroy something in your real life, and that's just game. You feel me? Like that's just like you got to be feeble minded, weak to let anything on the internet disturb anything you got going on in real life. You do. You got to be gullible and a goofy
Here we
peon.
go. Right. And so I think what makes it harder for some people in their relationships, whereas it used to be a small social circle that would, judge, quote unquote, judge their relationship. But now they have the whole internet, the whole global world chiming in on their relationship. So now it's like under a magnifying glass. And so
Mhm.
what happens is then it buckles under the pressure because you really see how strong your relationship is once you put it out forefront. So now, if you decide you want to do that, put it out forefront, then you got to take what goes on with that. You can't dictate the terms and and the conditions of how people respond to it. You can only dictate how you respond to it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, this other people swallow pills differently. You feel me?
That's for sure.
So I just feel like a lot of people just like, for instance, see something on the internet and it could be a total joke. Like I see a lot of girls with boyfriends and stuff, like behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? BTS. You know what I'm saying? They got a man, but they be posting crazy shit it'd be a married woman posting something like, uh, I got a fat, juicy, wet, something, something. You know what I'm saying? Just sounding like so, like she just about that BTA. You feel me? Like making it like a goofy, thirsty nigga get in her inbox that moment after he love it, after he heart it. You know what I'm saying? His reaction was a heart, and then here he come tapping in, trying to hack in and holler at her, and she just posted the shit 1 minute ago, 54 seconds ago. You feel me? So it's like people like I don't believe that girl. Like I know better. Like you know what I'm saying? With my Jedi mind skills, I'm like, man, I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? She just joking. It's funny. You feel me? So I feel like men do it too. I do it. I be posting some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me, and the whole motherfucking Facebook world think it's me talking.
Hey, that was funny. That last one about the inbox one, the picture with the two girls. That
Oh
was
yeah.
Yeah, no, for real. No, I mean, yeah, it's sensitive to some people. Like you said, people swallow pills differently. Some people need it on the liquid form, whatever.
Mhm.
Break it in half or whatever. Corinne, we got a name for all our like people that always hack in. I haven't got a name for her. I'm gonna call her Copa. Copa. It's Copa. Copa. She says, I've been divorced for 11 years now, and my marriage could have been saved with the conversation. My ex felt a certain type of way, and I had no clue, nor did he bring it up to me. I don't know what that certain kind of way is because that'll kind of dictate why he may not have done it. He might not have addressed it on his own, whatever it is. Usually that's what it is. That's why it's important that people are healed with things as much as they can, because if they hide them from themselves, they definitely can't present it to you in an accurate way. Um, and they might really feel like they telling their story there, you know what I'm saying? The right way, but not knowing that it is in fact toxic. And so, with that being said, you just kind of got to know there's nothing you could have done about that, really.
What is toxic though? What makes a relationship toxic?
Great question. And I haven't even done a research or anything on it, but what makes it toxic?
No, that's what I'm saying. Play Mac Mall for me. In your opinion, I just want to. I just
Okay.
want to know.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. So, my opinion is of what toxic is when you bring an element into the relationship that is suffocating it, that's polluting it, that's not putting it in a position where it could breathe. Um, and what makes it toxic is not necessarily like the stuff being in the air, is how you treat the air. And if you
You.
put more negativity into the air
Mhm.
than you're extracting, then you're going to
Mhm.
suffocate the relationship. Now, you can suffocate a relationship by doing three things. You can do it with one. Sometimes it's one cheating. Sometimes it can be communicating, no intimacy, no time. You know, those three things can suffocate it and no one never cheated and the relationship still go downhill fast. So anything that won't allow the relationship to breathe.
Yeah, I like the way. I like your opinion. I lean towards it. You feel me? And my this is one of mine's. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a toxic trait is when you meet somebody, right? Y'all just meet and y'all everything be cool, fine and dandy, sweet like candy. You heard me? Then all of a sudden, control kicks in. You feel me? Like I think that's toxic when you try to control somebody when you just met them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like do all sorts of things, right? Like y'all locked in. Like y'all beyond locked in with the conversations. You know how it is nowadays with the phones and the pictures. Like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't did things with me that there's no turning back. You feel me? But then you want to get upset about something that you already knew my character was about because you knew like that's the type of person I am. You feel me? And then you want to get upset and mad for something I've been doing when you met me and try to control me and stop me from doing that. Instead of, like Corinne said, have a conversation and explain your views and what type of things you value, you know what I'm saying, what type of values you want from a man. You feel me? That's something that should be discussed in the beginning. A lot of people wait till they got that person's attention or vice versa, and then control sets in. You know what I'm saying? These are and then control, that control is comes with threats of oh, I'm good, I don't deserve this, and woo woo, I can do better. That's kind of toxic right there. You know what I'm saying? Because what's toxic mean? It means pollution, right? It means, you know what I'm saying, like radiated. It's destroyed. You feel me? It's un you know usable, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's finished, finito. So if you're in a toxic relationship, that means you're in a poisonous, polluted relationship, and you need to get out of it. You feel me? So a lot of people they throw that word around like love, toxic. You feel me? That's all I ever hear now is toxic, toxic, toxic.
Right.
Saying
So so Corinne says, so he started seeing someone else, assuming I was cheating on him when I wasn't. And all he had to do is come and chop it up with me, and we could have clarified it all. I don't see in that when men. I don't think I don't know if a conversation will help that. Like a man being insecure about his woman, a conversation can't help that because he's not gonna trust it. What you think?
it depends on what type of man it is. You know, like people nowadays, man, they coming in different calibers, like pistols. You might meet a nigga that's a 25, another nigga might be a 32 or 38, or a nigga might be a 9 millimeter. Another man is a 40. Another man is a 45. Put somebody is an AR, all the way up to the AKs and you know what I'm saying, 50 calibers. You feel me? So it just depends on what type of caliber of person you dealing with. And that's what I say. That's what it boiled down to, man. Like I've learned since I've been in the dating market, and I always been in the dating market. I ain't gonna even lie, but see, I was in a players dating market, so you know when you it's hard to talk explain, but when you a player, you don't care. That's why you're a player. You don't care. Okay. But when you're not a player and you're really searching and seeking and you try to be a good person, the spiritual ops make it that much harder on you. You feel me? So yeah, I know that. I'm aware of that. I'm ready to go to battle with the spiritual ops, nigga. And but sometimes you meet somebody and you fall for them, and it just you don't care. You know what I'm saying about like the person you meeting, and you don't really try to understand them spiritually. So I think that's need to be the first thing you do. Find somebody that's spiritually connected and then move on. If you're trying to be in a long lasting relationship, if you're just trying to get your rocks off or you're just trying to use a nigga to get somebody else jealous, this is not the advice you need to be hearing, you know what I'm saying? But if you're really trying to make something stick, you know what I'm saying, just find them spiritually because that's where it boiled down to. A person, if you're looking for a soulmate, the soul is connected to the spirit. If a person got a good spirit, he got a good vibe. If you got a good vibe, you got a good soul.
Yeah. So PDA says, I think I'm an empath. I be wanting to heal that broken place. And I can understand that too. I have that too. Like I have a whole theory behind that why I research why I want to do that. Because then when you do that, you're inviting broken people to come to you that may not know how to receive that. So that was my experience with that. But at the same time, I don't want to draw too far back of being that kind of person that can be empathic for other people, regardless of what people think I am about. But
That, but
huh?
that was stimulating to me. I just I just try to do my thing, do my no, I'm just playing.
Right? Ah, you a fool. Hey, I'm hella slow. Hey, so it was a couple people that gave a definition of toxic, and Francine says it's using people.
Using people,
Yeah.
that's a toxic trait. That's more of a weasel. You know what I mean? That's more of a weasel.
um, Rosalind says toxic is not healed from your own trauma and projecting it onto your partner, or expecting them to heal you from your trauma and they haven't dealt with their own.
Yeah, that's
And she
toxic.
also says expectations versus realities can kill a relationship. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Expectations versus reality.
That's a whole conversation within itself.
Yes, yes, ma'am. She did hit that one. Expectation versus what really is can happen.
Yeah, reality can kill it. Cause like if you expect your partner to give you something and they are not equipped to do so or just don't want to, then yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
Or you dating a guy with two jobs and you want him to come over immediately right now because you in your feelings and you crying,
Right.
but he
Yeah,
got, he
see?
got he got to go to work and oh, you're not the man for me. You're
Right.
not there when I need you. Yeah, that's what
That
she talk
too.
about.
Yeah. And so Tamika, what's up, Mika? Thanks for hacking in to the EBH Black Show with
Salute,
co-host
salute.
Powerball Rich. She says that pride and ego gets in the way. Folks worry about what other people think of them. They rather impress strangers than the person they're actually with. That's big fact. People need to
Ooh.
stop fronting because at the end of the day, them true feelings come out once that person really about to leave them.
Ooh. Listen, she hit it so hard. I know a person like that, right? This person is very mean and hostile to the person that she date. You feel me? Very, very hostile, bro. I mean, talk slick and all the shit, right? This
Hmm.
is your partner. This is your partner. Yeah, you may have some resentment. He fuckboyed it, he did some shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's your partner. You chose to stay in there. But I noticed when she talked to strangers, particularly male, she's very submissive, and she don't even know him. Like she the one that thinks every man is might be a beta, every man is a non beta or opposite of a
Alpha.
premium sucker. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? She think they all like they all sucker free. You know what I'm saying? She don't even she gullible. And I tell her all the time, I was like, hey man, you need to stop doing that, bro. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I see you. I'm watching you. Like, you need to put up your guard. Like, don't stop treating your dude like that. Be nice to that dude. Like, that's at least he care and love you. You know what I'm saying? But you out here with Tom, Dick, and Harry. You feel me? Hella nice. I didn't seen her out before, and strangers like hella friend. I'm like, damn. But when you with your dude, you know what I'm saying? I'd be over there playing video games or whatever, hanging out, and she just got this attitude, my nigga, that's just, and I know, you know me, I'm a body language expert, voice analysis. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Voice analysis expert too. So, I just looking and I'm peeping. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. And then I see her somewhere else on the internet interacting with people, and it's all, you feel me, glitz and glamour, like cool. So, yeah, I know what
yeah.
that is.
Copa, she says, exactly. Just because you are a healer, which I am, that doesn't mean that you want to attract men who need healing in a romantic capacity. That's deep. I didn't know men need healing in romantic capacities, but I ain't a woman either. So, and PDA says people can recognize when you're desperate for a relationship or companionship, but that's another subject. Yeah, that's true too. And that also comes from with like if you want to heal something, like no one is all the way healed. You know what I'm saying? No one's all the way healed. So you want to come with the least amount of quote unquote
That
baggage possible. So you might find somebody that can help you with some of your bags. We talking about backpacks and carry-ons. We ain't talking about overweight baggages, you know what I'm saying, that you gotta check in. Them should already be taken care of. So
Yeah, that comes with that expectation toxic trait. You know what
right.
I'm saying? when you when you expect somebody to eat, when you desperate for companionship, or and if you are, say you are one of them people, just explain that to that person. Be like, hey man, I'm scarred. You know what I'm saying? I ain't expecting you to heal me, but can you help
Patient.
me forget? Can you help me forget? Because that's what they need. Men is supposed to be like Men in Black. When Will Smith pull out that little thing and then he say, "Look into this," and then bam, he blast them. That's what you're supposed to do for the person. If you're an alpha, if you're an apex, see, an apex can meet a girl and wipe all that out. You feel me? Make her feel embarrassed about any dude she dealt with before him. Am I
Okay.
lying? Am
No,
I
you
just
I agree with you. But what
yeah?
about what about those that's on beta business?
Then if they on beta business, she's in bad shape. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not a lot of apex predators out there or apex men out there, but she just gonna have to you know try to work with that beta and hopefully try to guide him. You know what I'm saying? Because Listen. I put it like this: any smart woman is smarter than any beta man.
Say that again.
Any smart woman, any woman with a little bit of game,
Mm-hmm.
any woman
It's smarter
uh,
than a beta.
is smarter than the beta man. Beta
Yeah,
men,
for
yeah,
sure.
off off rip.
For sure.
You know
Off
what
the
I'm saying?
dribble. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is I would even do this. I would say one smart woman smarter than 10 beta men.
Right, because she can run all 10 of them.
Exactly. You got what I'm
Easy,
saying?
easily. Hey, so
Yeah.
Corinne Copa says, what man is going to say that PBR? He said so much stuff I forgot already.
Well, what man is going to
What
say
you
what?
said, how many men is going to say what you said? I'm trying to think what she may be talking about because you said something very forward a second ago that a lot of men probably wouldn't. That's what prompted me to say, um, what about dudes that's on beta business? Because many dudes don't approach it like head on like that. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? To make
you know,
her get it. Because ideally you would want her to heal it. But chances are they're not going to heal it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people die with their traumas. Matter of fact, a lot of people
I think
die
she,
because of their
yeah,
trauma. So,
uh,
with that being said, is if you wipe
uh,
them out, give her a better perspective on life, show her things that's possible that she never thought was possible, she'll figure that stuff out on her own because you don't have to solve them for her.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think she was probably referring to that people being honest about needing, you know, what I'm
Oh
saying
yeah, yeah.
needing to be healed, but like I'm not asking you to do it. Like yeah, niggas wouldn't be honest like that. You know what I'm saying? Not men, not too
But
many.
you know
But
what?
that's what I'm saying. But
That's
that's
a
what we
better
here to
trait
do.
though.
We
But that's
that's
a
what we
better
here to
trait.
what to
That's a better trait to tell a woman, "Hey, this is what
it
this,
is. I
this is
wouldn't
my
do it.
right. This is my shortcoming. This is my list of faults, and and can I ain't trying to have you help me fix them, but these are what they are."
Listen, bro. Listen. I'm good. I'm not. Listen. I ain't gotta tell her none of that. Matter of fact, if I have to tell her that, I shouldn't be talking to her because I'm gonna talk to somebody that's gonna make me feel better off the gap. You feel me? Off the rip. You feel me? Like I'm not even gonna be worried about the next broad. You feel me?
Right.
That's how that's how you supposed to pick them. If you pick somebody the next chick, then you picked the wrong person.
Yeah. So PDA says yes, guide him. I like that. Yeah, guide him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. Because look, for instance, PDA, she is a smart,
Right.
conservative, ideal woman. Okay, I rock with her. Like you feel me? She just remind me of a Barack Obama wife or something. You feel me? Like
Like a Michelle Obama.
yeah, yeah. Just this is as in character, the way she dress and the way she hold herself up high. You feel me? Not down low like some of these other women. Because if you out here just talking to any other dude out here, like any and every dude out here, you hold yourself low. You don't hold your value high. You may post it on the internet, but you holding yourself low. But PDA, she hit me with the she strike me as a person that like could turn any beta man into better business. You feel me? And then you know, it just depends on if he the kind to be like she put me on now I'm out. You already know AMG.
Yeah. Right.
Take take my bitch, better have my money and run. You feel
Right.
me? So it just depends on what type of man he is on that at the end of it. You feel me? But I'm pretty sure she can take a beta man and turn him into Luke Skywalker. You feel me? But
Yeah, but then he'll be too scared to be Luke Skywalker. She pretty
yeah,
hard too because I know I would have never figured that out if I didn't. I don't know. She. So for those that don't know, we have a group page and we had a question today. We have a thing we call keeping it a buck where you can win $100, and we just knew we was gonna
yeah, I
have
was
a
that.
couple of days before people even would be able to answer this. You know what I'm saying? And she boop 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 popped up with the answer, so she will get her cash app of $100. for keeping it a buck.
For
And so
keeping it
let
a
me see.
buck.
And so Alicia, thank you for hacking in. She
She
says,
said, "Guidance." Go ahead.
says
She
guiding is too
said,
much like leading. Maybe I don't get it, but if it is leading, hard pass. So guiding is like this is
"Hold
how
on,
I
hold
see.
on, hold on. Before you get into that, let me tell her what she's looking for.
Mhm.
Then you're looking for alpha or apex,
Apex.
somebody you don't have to guide, somebody you must. She looking for somebody she can learn from. All right, go ahead, man.
Okay, so like I think guiding is more like, let's say, as a man, you heavy on your grind. You focused and you getting it. You getting the bag, all of a sudden it's coming in. You want to make sure everything is right for the fam. And then she says, you know, not in a combative way. This is why men want cooperative women. This is why men want submissive women for times like this. So she can come to him and say, babe, I need a little time. Or she don't even have to be direct because really women are queens of sub communicating. So you sub communicated to him, and it might even come to where you have to tell him, but you guide him into being like, hey, I need a little time, not in like a bitchy way or nothing like that, but in a seductive way. So then, and it ain't necessarily sexual, just like intimacy is not have to be physical. So what you do is then you just guide him and be like, hey, let me get your attention because he's so heavy on this grind. But now leading is more like you gotta you gotta initiate, kickstart a fire off in him in order for him to do something. And if that's the case, or what he does is contingent on how you feel and what you do and when you do it and all that, yeah. If if you're his mental point of origin, shout out Rolo Tomasi for coining that, then he's on beta business. And what PB is saying is very accurate. You need an apex alpha or alpha.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And
Usually, if I didn't agree with him, I would say it, but that's
right.
him.
So Alicia said she said that'll never happen. Like men tell you their feelings. Yeah, I know a lot of men. I know some on the internet that tell you their feelings. They say it all the time on these posts. When they every time they try to say the right thing to make you like them, thinking that that's gonna make you jump in their inbox.
Mhm.
Or every time an alpha dude or a dude that say something that's not popular, and then all these dudes come make guard a woman that they have no chance with, and then all of a sudden they thinking she gonna jump in the inbox, or he jumps in her inbox with that boring game. How you doing, beautiful? Thinking that's gonna get him the woman when it doesn't.
Mhm.
So so really this what we always talk about when we talk about alpha business and beta business. Hey, it's up to you what you want to get. It depends on what you want. Most women say they want 68%, 68.2% say they want a dude that leads. They want the alpha male. So let's keep it 100.
You
Miss,
want to know you
go
you
ahead.
want to know another reason, bro? Like excuse me, relationships don't work. Why they don't last?
Mm-hmm.
Because these women don't know how to choose, man. I don't understand. If I was a female, and I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking from a guy's perspective because I know guy secrets, guy code secrets. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You understand? I know guys, so maybe it's because of that. But even though without the guy code secrets, bruh, I would know how to pick a nigga. You feel me? If I was a female stuck in a female's body with ass and titties, you feel me? I know what
Right.
I'm gonna know what I'm worth. You feel me? I know once I lose that virginity, it's a wrap. You feel me? It's
Right.
that's
It
one
goes
thing I know.
downhill from there.
It goes downhill from there. So what I'm gonna do as a female, and I know a lot of females don't, they didn't have a choice about their virginity or whatever. But still, okay, let's say I did give it up to a few goofy niggas and got tricked about my shit. Now I'm gonna feel devalued. I don't know how women feel, but I'm gonna
Right.
feel devalued. I'm gonna be like, fuck, I didn't gave my $1 million pussy away. You feel me? It ain't worth
So
that
now
no
it's
more.
worth 950,000
You feel me? So what can I do? Listen, what can I do to spruce it back up? You feel me?
preserve.
My exactly. Preserve it and pick the right alpha. You feel
Right,
me? You know what I'm saying? And then, some of them girls they just gotta get a hit. You feel me? They got after you didn't got it, you didn't gave it up, you didn't got that's like
right,
you feel me? That's like a crackhead hitting crack for the first time and trying to quit tomorrow. Nah, it's
right,
not gonna you feel me, it's not gonna happen. So I understand a lot of girls gotta get a hit. Well, pick a person that honors you at least. You feel me? And what do I mean by honor you? Okay, when you call him, he on point. You feel me? He like, oh, you need that box hit tonight, baby. I'm on my way. Bam. Never makes you feel like unappreciated, and never makes you feel like you always waited. You feel me? Like find somebody that kind of dude right there is he appreciates you. You know what I'm saying? I like to let them niggas hit that be like, I don't feel like fucking you tonight, cause I'm over here with this other broad that I'm in love with. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So it's just about choose your boy toy wisely. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Preferably, you know what I'm saying, an alpha or a beta that know what he's doing.
No, right. So Copa says, "Well, let me just go get the orange flags and the reflector suit that glows in the damn dark if I have to guide do like
Oh gosh, he
right."
fig.
And then like PDA says though, guiding went over some of y'all's head, but continue. I'm sure that men will explain it better. I hope I we explained it because I didn't. I mean, I didn't.
I get what she's talking about. Listen. See, those ones, and then like I said, remember I just explained, people have different calibers in them. Okay, PDA is a high caliber person, but she's willing to work and try. That's her character. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna diss her or do not. I admire that. You feel me? Try to Lego a nigga together if you could. A pet project. Shit, it's all good. It might work. These other women on here talking about, especially Korean and
Well, well,
Mel.
that's a broad word. Guiding is a broad word. So now, like Alicia said, so pretty much femininity, and that's what we
Listen,
talking about. Be feminine,
listen. If the word guiding is touching them like that, then they don't want nobody. They want to be guided. You understand? They don't want to do no guiding. They don't want to have to help a nigga or whatever, and that's their character, and ain't nothing wrong
right?
with that.
Right,
So what we do on here, we just keep it cordial, and everybody' opinion matters. You feel me?
for
That's
sure,
what
for sure.
that's how we rock on the E.B.H. Black Show.
With Powerball Rich, the co-host, Mika
Yeah.
says some people know they're broken, do not want to be healed, and
Ooh, that's
they want to conform you to deal with their brokenness because they feel it's all right to be that way, to be the way they are for their own reasons. They're hoping they're not going to have that same hurt they had before. So that's a protection mechanism, which isn't right because they want to force that acceptance on the toxic traits on whomever he meets or she.
Yeah, I get it. I know what you're talking about. Listen, some people be hurt so bad they don't want to let that hurt go. They didn't let it fester in them. You feel me? It's like pus. Like it's you hear me? It's guman. You feel me?
Right.
So when they meet somebody, they like you gonna take me just like this infected person, this walking congested lung. You feel me? Sick of sorrow and you know what I'm saying, just hurt. And but I want you to love me. And you're gonna deal with this. Them people, I don't know, bro. I'm not a psychiatrist, but that's probably gonna touch our next topic, like where
Right.
they need
That's what we
counseling.
talk about. Right. And she said, in Copa, she says exactly, I want him already ready to go, which is your prerogative, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I like that. I shit. Who
Because like you
wanna
said, it's different caliber of men. She want she
exactly?
want she want a 50 cal.
And she wanted to go blah da da. She don't want it
Blah
to
da
be.
da.
She don't want to go pow pow pow. She wants to go blah da da.
For real though. So which brings us to our next topic, right? which
Mhm.
sometimes can be a sensitive subject. And me personally, I've always been on the fence about this subject, which is therapy. And they say that, black people have a problem with therapy, and sometimes therapy helps. And I'm seeing this thrown around a lot that people should go see a therapist. And so, what are your general thoughts about just therapy in general? Does it work? And would you personally do therapy?
Well,
And I'll
black,
answer too.
black. I just want to say, I admire your show. Thank you for choosing me as your co-host. After somebody else fagged off, I had to fill the void. Because you could have did this by yourself, but you wanted to do this as a Voltron. You feel me?
Right.
So I just want to say to you, your podcast is a form of therapy, urban therapy, though. You feel me? And I just want to say thank you, Doctor Blackman.
And I didn't Jedi mind trick you to say that. I didn't set you up either.
Yeah,
Right.
but nah. But therapy does it work? Yeah, it does. If you know, psychiatrists is just like cooks. You got some bad and you got some good. So it just depends on where you getting your therapy from. If you ask me, people can give this. You can give self therapy. You feel me? I believe in self therapy. And what I mean by that is like talk to yourself. You know right from wrong. You know goofy from cool. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with yourself. If you need therapy that bad, I hate to say it, and this is just my opinion. Don't hold nothing against me. I just think that you need help. And what I mean by that, you do need some therapy because you can't even help yourself, like mentally. Like that's your brain inside your head. You mean to tell me you need somebody else's brain inside somebody else's body to help you fix what's inside your head? That don't make no sense to me. Absolutely not. You feel me? So you kind of, I don't want to say it like and sound harsh, but you kind of weak minded when you have to go seek somebody else therapy to help you out, fix your life, and get you back walking straight because you crooked and you need some V8. You feel me? So
Yeah. And just because you weak, it's
ain't nothing
better
wrong with
to,
that.
it's better to acknowledge that and go get the help if you can't help yourself. Like when
Yeah.
it comes to therapy, I believe it helps people, like you said, that are weak and don't know how to put in the work for themselves. I understand I can't see everything about myself, but I can see enough to know where I should be working on and how to see the improvements and what else I need to work on. And if it's out of hand, then I'll go get some assistance. I do therapy. I think therapy comes in different forms. Just like they say, there's aromatherapy. I don't know. There's spiritual therapy for me, So, but I think also therapy, just on its face, only works as well as the person's being honest in that therapy. Like if
Exactly.
you go and tell this stranger that don't know you for real, that's sitting up there drawing, I don't know what on this pad, just asking you circular questions so you can figure your own stuff out, don't know you, and you sitting up there painting a picture of something that's not accurate, that's all they can go off of. So it's like a computer, garbage in, garbage out. And then you come back thinking you're healed, and then you start blaming everybody else, not even knowing that you're lying to yourself, the world, and everybody that's involved.
Basically, you cannot lie to your therapist. You can't. You got to keep it real. If you like touching on little kids and you need help, tell him that. Don't say it's I don't like grapefruits. I got a problem with grapefruits. So he trying to help you eat grapefruits when it's absolutely nothing to do with grapefruits. You like touching on little kids, so you
Right.
never gonna get healed. You feel me?
And Rosalind says, I'm a licensed therapist, so I totally believe it works. And I would love to have a conversation with you, or if you can just give us some comments in the which why you say that you believe that it works. I believe that it works for certain people for sure, but I'm
Mhm.
saying is not like the safety net of mental health because, like I
Mhm.
said, if you go into it and not being honest, and you can always tell if the person, because I've talked to people that have gone to therapy and they get triggered easily, and I'm like, how are you going to therapy about something and then everything is so smooth and they tell you you're looking so much better and you're doing all these good things, and then as soon as you get back on the battlefield you get triggered and your PTSD kick in. What are you really working on? Like and
Mhm.
you can tell by the way a person, you can tell a tree by its fruit. Let me
Mhm.
see. Um, PDA says therapy could be good or talking to a trusted individual. Mika says, I believe it's levels to therapy. Taking Talking to family or friends is therapy. It's good to
Yes.
have a second opinion instead of entertaining every thought.
Yes.
She's huh.
Yes. That's like I said. You don't have to go pay for therapy. You can go where you can get therapy from loved ones and friends.
Rosalinda. That's what I'm gonna call her. She said, you will get out of it what you put into it. You are right. You have to be honest. Right. Like you gonna get what you put into it. If you have a mentality that's gonna like blame other people and then you go get some counseling, and even if the counselor holds you accountable and then try to hold you accountable and you go back in the world and you figure a way out to dodge that accountability still by the way you speak, how freely you can talk about a subject without being triggered, and then you come back and tell your therapist, "Oh, I had a moment of weakness, but I don't apologize for it." I mean, like that sounds like bipolar. That sounds like the therapist. Then the therapist will just prescribe you something, or they'll just keep sucking money out of you. I don't know, but there's some people that really need the help and they have some real traumas. Well, I won't say real traumas because it's real to them because it drives their lives. But there's people that really want to put the work in. And PDA says, I don't believe that people can handle things on their own. It's good to talk to someone.
hold on.
Well,
Hold on. Hold on. That's true, but not for a Jedi mind master. And what I mean by that is a person that has been trained in the Jedi mind ways, such as myself. As PDA, you would be shocked and surprised if you knew some of the atrocious things that I've been through in my life. You feel me? Like you looking at a child soldier and like a street turf land urban combat man, whatever you want to call it. And I've been through a lot. And there's some things I've done I couldn't talk to nobody but God. You
right.
feel me? So if I didn't have that strong mind, the one that I got between these ears and behind these eyes, I wouldn't even be alive. You feel me? I wouldn't be on the streets. Probably be somewhere locked up, put in a hole somewhere. But yeah, you can do some self healing. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got God, you don't need no man, woman, or child. You don't need a soul. You feel me? That's called self healing. You feel me? You gotta believe in the Most High to the fullest. You feel me? And I'm talking from experience. I'm talking about. I've been through some stuff where I had to chill out and sit down for 8 months and not talk to not another human being on the run. You feel me? With Bibles and Qurans all around me. You feel me? So yeah, you can self heal. You can. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a human to help you.
But you probably got to be alpha minded to do that. It's
That's
just
what
a
I
thought.
told her. A Jedi mind. You know what I'm
You're
saying? You
right.
have to be
Because
Jedi
I've been
minded.
through a lot of things that took me a long, long time to sort through. And I might have could have went to some counseling and got put on some roads to get me here quicker. But like I was trained from the beginning by my dad how to introspect. Um, you know, so I know that I've healed myself from, I know some things that I'm healed from for sure. No help involved other than God. So, but Copa said there's self therapy, and therapy can consist of you and the person in which you are having conflict with. Therapy doesn't need to involve anyone else. I kind of disagree with that part because That's just going to be two people trying to win the argument. But she said also said you're supposed to hold yourself accountable, which people hardly do, which is not our nature to do. Some people think that just because they mention their issues that they did something about it, and that's true too. Because you mention it, it's not the ability to just mention it; it's the ability to have a conversation about it without being triggered.
If you got a problem, first thing you need to do is figure out a solution. The next thing you need to do is, with the solution, solve it. That's it. That's all life is about. Problems, solutions, and solving them. That's it. Just focus
Yeah,
on that.
but that's an alpha. That's a
That's
that's a
that.
man's train of thought. Actually, that's rational thought because nowhere in there was emotion included. But that's why men are supposed to lead.
Yeah, yeah. But sometimes emotions have their place and their time.
Yeah,
And if
when
you
it's all over
if
with.
if, if you having mental issues, then you shouldn't have no emotions. Mental issues and emotions do not mix.
They
Okay?
they make you bipolar. They make you hyphy. I'll bring that
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
and then make you depressed right after that, like the stock market crash.
And let me say this. Let me say this. Not one man should, like I heard somebody mention anxiety today, and it was a woman. Once again, not one man, not one man on this planet should mention or utter the word, I have anxiety. If you say that, you shall be exiled. You hear me? You should be,
Excommunicated.
yes, all
God.
that, castrated and everything, because you don't have no nuts. If you up on the internet saying that are in some way having anxiety, okay? I don't know
and
why I
that's not,
said that.
and that's not to say that you can't have the anxiety. You need to learn how to fight the anxiety, but anxiety comes from fear.
Yeah,
Um,
like I
so
said, a man.
Rosaline says therapy is a process. Change doesn't happen overnight. You will get triggered and you will have moments. It's all a part of the process. So much I could say. I'm a big advocate for mental health in our community. The stigma surrounds it prevents a lot of people from getting the help they need and really opening up. And you know what? I do believe we need some therapy like post-traumatic slave syndrome. I believe that. I do believe that it's a process. But if you're going through counseling, you know it's a process. Stop walking around like you healed. Then stop making a gang of excuses, and then just self-reflect and take accountability. But you can't take accountability if you always trying to say somebody else triggered you.
Or you cannot self heal if you do not keep it real with yourself. You can't sit there and try to condition yourself to get better through a situation and be lying about the situation. You feel me? A lot of people be doing that, bro. They like to lie to themselves. They like to fool themselves for their own selves. They say a person's worst enemy is his own mind.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Your
yeah,
worst enemy is your own mind.
yeah. And the stigma is that counseling is for white people, right? That's what I believe. What one of the stigmas are, right?
Yeah.
But then let's just I'm just gonna break that down in my own mind real quick. I'm gonna throw that in the processor. Why do they say that, right? Well, I would say they say that because like we only been free like less than 100 years or something like that. So we don't even really know how our mind work yet. We don't have no process already. Like white people, they have process in their mind. Whether they do it for good, better, and different, I'm not quantifying that. But for us, we so goofy with it. We think we already on top of the food chain. We cryptoed out. Everybody need Gucci and Birkin bags and driving Benzes and have money on their ear. Black people, that's where we at now. We even to the point now, black
Princess
people,
Rock
that we
said,
don't even want to marry a man because he only make $60,000 because you think you supposed to get a man that make $100,000 a year. That's how far advanced we done blew by everything. So white people, they know a process in their mind. So when you sit them down and talk to them about, hey, this is what's going on. This is what triggers you. If you work on this process, then you will get this result. They already used to doing that.
mm-hmm.
Like us, we try to do what we feel is right. So that's why there's a discord with that, in my opinion.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
Um,
But now, but now, let me chime in on that, my nigga. But now, yeah, I feel you on that one, cuz because uh people like black and white, black people ain't been free 200 years yet. You feel me? Like you said, we still in the 100-year mark. So we really don't have too much to worry about. Like we ain't used to being really free. Like we don't have that free mind. You know what I'm saying? To wander and worry. That's why when a nigga lose everything, he don't go kill himself. Because nigga, he came from nothing but bolts and chains. You feel
right,
me? So he don't care. He'll lose it and come back. You feel me? But see, a white person will lose everything and go blow his brain out. You feel me?
right,
So that's because of the freedoms of knowing uh, what he know. You feel me?
right,
See, we don't know. It's some secret things we don't know about being free yet. You feel me? So that's why we don't even need counseling because niggas they like, man, we counsel ourselves. Imagine being a fucking slave for 200 years, man. These people called black people, nigga. You know how much counseling they had to counsel themselves through, bruh? Can you imagine? Imagine you right now being a slave, black. You would you would be a white man and kill yourself because guess what? That's one thing you know
right.
about being free. You feel
Free,
me?
right, right. I'd be like, I'd
So
rather die than go do that.
yes, exactly. So therefore, that's why
Right,
white people they do counseling because they have a different outlook on being free in life. You feel me?
right,
They have these certain freedoms that we still haven't experienced yet, like
right.
not not being discriminated. You feel me? They don't get discriminated. They they have never been discriminated. Where do they get discriminated? In the urban neighborhood, but they don't even get discriminated there. We welcome white gangsters, white
For sure.
hustlers,
We even
white
let them
pimps.
say nigga.
Yes. Now try. Let us go over there into their neighborhoods and their white neighborhoods. They'll burn us out. You feel me?
Right. Let me go fire up a backwood somewhere in
Yeah,
one of their neighborhoods and see what happened. Hey,
out in Black
PDA
Hawk.
says PBR out in Black Hawk. PDA says PBR, you need to write more slogans. It's catchy. We go through this all the time.
Oh yeah.
That boy always saying some wild stuff. Don't
I
let me say
appreciate
something
that.
wild. Don't let me say something wild. Next thing you know, it'll be a whole song and video.
Mhm. Yes, sir.
And I was gonna ask Rosaline, I really appreciate the dialogue and your perspective because you are a professional in this, and I'm just giving you what my thoughts are about that. So I appreciate that. And I was going to ask this question: Is do you have a therapist? Because every therapist I've heard say they had a therapist, and I've listened to what their position is on therapy themselves, which is pretty, telling, and not necessarily in a negative way, but it tells a lot. And so PDA says even a therapist needs a therapist. Just got to make sure that it's not scripted because I mean you do get paid to study one's emotions. Just make sure it comes from a pure place. Yeah, but yeah, you got to make sure it's from a pure place. But how do you know? How do you choose a therapist? Do you just go online from a recommendation and then just get any old person that pop up and then just go with it? Is that how that works? Because I've never did a online therapy.
Bro. Bro, now I ain't done no therapy. Listen, I was gonna attempt therapy one time with my ex. just try to salvage this damaged relationship. 20 years is a long time, bruh. But towards the end, we was gonna do therapy. To be honest, I was with it because I wanted to fix it. But and I told her, I said, we can't go in here lying. That's one thing I knew. I said, we cannot go in here lying. If we're gonna fix this, we have to tell the truth. I'm willing to go in here and tell you secrets you ain't never even know about. She didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but we didn't fix it. We ended up splitting. You know, and that's just what it was. You feel me?
And Rosaline says, "Yes, I have a therapist. Can't preach something I don't believe in." Okay, so let's say I have a problem. How do I go about to find a therapist? How do I know if I need what kind of therapist I need? Let's say I'm having most of the time you go back to childhood trauma. Let's say that happened. Something in my childhood happened and I want to go back to it. How do I go find a therapist? That's what I would like to know from you. Because there's different types of therapists, and then there's different therapists that come from different schools of thoughts. So it's kind of like finding a religion and then trying to stick with it. That's what it kind of feels like to me. Not saying that it's like a religion, but it's somewhat of like a religion. So maybe we can talk about that. Join the E.B.H. Black group page, and we can further this conversation too. Because I don't want to just sit here and wait and have people just sitting here waiting. But I do thank everybody that hacked in um, to talk about these things. We talk about fun things, and then we talk about some serious things. So we talk about array of things that we're going to talk about. Copa says yellow pages, Google, Bing. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can go say. Okay, so it's like choosing a dentist. It's like choosing a doctor.
Yeah, like I need to know a background of on a therapist. You feel me? How many people have you therapized? How many people?
Therapize.
Yeah, yeah. How many people have you terrorized, and how many people have you cured? You feel me?
Right,
Like
right,
if he tells me, oh, I've been working with this one guy for 20 years, oh, well, then I'm cool. Because if that man
yeah,
ain't fixed
right.
after 20 years, I'm straight, bruh. You feel me? I need to talk to a therapist that's only dealing with people for 6 months. You feel me? What's the longest you? How long is your customers or your clients usually here? Oh, 6 months and they're done. Okay, I'm fucking with you because I'm expecting to be fixed in 6 months. I'm not rocking with dude that got clients from 10 years ago.
Nah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I'm gonna
Yeah,
agree with you on that, but it might take a couple years or something like that. But now, at the end of the day, if you do feel like you need to go get some help, and if
see,
you
this
look
man
at
said a couple of years, brother. I do not agree with you on that one. No,
well, well,
therapy should take a minimum and maximum minimum of 30 days and a maximum. I'll give you like somebody that's been touched real deep, scarred real deep. 6 months. You feel me? 6 months, bro. Your mind is very strong. Your mind is able to heal itself. You feel me? We don't even got like 4% of our brain power. So if we had 100% of our brain power, you could be doing all kinds of things. We watch the movies X-Men and all the Marvel movies, and that's just telling us those are just secret powers from our own brains. You feel me? So, but that's a different story. We gonna get that's more of one of our sci-fi segments.
right. Speaking of sci-fi, what you think about the government now saying that there are things out there flying around?
There are things.
They are UFOs, things that they can't tell
They,
us what it is.
we're gonna have to have another. I'm gonna just chime in a little bit on that, but we're gonna have to have a whole nother show on this, and it's gonna be called "What Are UFOs?"
What are
Okay,
UFOs?
What are UFOs? Stay hacked in about that. UFOs are people of God. Those are
Oh,
God's angels. Those are that's why when we get the picture of a human being flying, well back then that's how they depicted and told a story and painted it, saying that a person was flying. So really they wasn't flying, it was in that UFO. They didn't have wings and they came down in that UFO. You feel me? And those you cannot be that blessed and have that much power and be evil or be some feeble minded alien just here to collect some type of dust and whatever whatnot. And the if you have that much intelligence, you're not going to come to this rock throwing country because that's what they would be compared to them. Would be like Stone Age rock throwers if we tried to fight those people. You know what I mean? But they wouldn't come here to bully us either because, like I said, they're blessed. That's a different. That's a different
yeah, well, that's that spiritual op conversation.
subject.
Yeah, so we gonna wind it down a little bit, but I did want to say, rest in peace to Oakland's own Paul Mooney. Like
Oh
he
yeah.
he 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 wrote for Richard Pryor. He wrote on the Chappelle Show. He wrote for Red Fox. He is true a pioneer. He is he was a living legend, and not only that, he was unfiltered. So if you guys know anything about Paul Mooney, he was that guy. Let me see. Let me hit these last little couple. Let's see. Rosaline said, yes, we have our own style, and there are websites that's listed therapists in the area of what they specialize in. Okay, so if you need help, that's how you get it. Like dentists, they feel feelings, the therapists feel feelings. Oh, I got you. I see what you did there. Therapy is good for some, but some people prefer a spiritual leader or a trusted individual. Everybody's level of trust is different. And last but not least, well, you would really have to be honest and dedicated to the work for it to work in 30 days. Don't go if you're not dedicated. Yeah, but I want to thank y'all for hacking in. Go to my page. Go to my Instagram page. We're about to have that YouTube page that's going to pop up in probably next 24 to 48 hours. Add that, add everything we got because we having it cracking over here. We got it going up, and we can only go more because we're trying to get this satellite off the ground.
Yes, sir, man.
And you know who
Appreciate
this is?
y'all.
Who this is? Who this is?
Oh man, that's that Powerball Rich. Family don't matter. You feel me? My cousin was standing next to him, so I knocked his ass down too.
Told me I heard it was my cousin was standing next to him, so I knocked him down too.
If he was talking,
Told me I heard it was you.
I'm thinking it was you too.
Mm.
Left him on the sidewalk.
Especially if I see y'all both laughing. Bruh.
Gang.
Your turf get punked in your city. Them other gangs leave y'all leaking like a pregnant titty. That street you rep is a graveyard on that block. The way them niggas slide through and let it rock. I got a light pole waiting on your teddy bear. Slide through and shoot up your visual. We ain't playing fair. So keep your grandparents and your kids off the post before these bullets have them screaming like an angry cow. Picture of your nigga around your neck like a